Doom Eternal will slay the FPS genre. No, seriously, it's going to eclipse every FPS that comes out in the foreseeable future. I recently got invited to play the latest demo of the game at Bethesda, and I can tell you now my body was not prepared for how awesome the game is. I really wish I brought a towel to the office because I was sweating profusely the entire time I was playing. In this video I want to pay a lot of attention to a specific thing about the game. No, it's not the Doomslayer's new codpiece, it's the combat. This is where the game really pulls you in. Sure, the visuals are friggin' amazing, the new lore is compelling, however, it's the dance of the fight in Doom Eternal that is really engaging. In Doom 2016, it could be easily said that if you were a sweaty player, you'd eventually find metas where you could cheese the game and easily progress through it on Nightmare difficulty, without really flinching. The experience of the latest demo is clear that id Software have taken that on board and rectified it by creating what could be called a game of chess with demons. Doom 2016 was ironically harder at the beginning of the game, where you hadn't progressed with your weapon upgrades yet. Once you had passed the Foundry level, the game felt quite easy. With Doom Eternal, you're progressing with your upgrades while the demon types and difficulty are actually progressing alongside you. The upgrades remain similar to the previous Doom. The suit, runes, and arsenal are still there, but they've been clearly refined to remove cheese meta like infinite ammo on chain guns, aka the rich get richer. There's so much varied and thought out choice to give every player a tailored playstyle that they'd like to invest in. I'm also a Quake player and I love fast movement. I'm all about quickly moving around my enemies and shooting on the fly very fast with precision flicks. After inspection of the progression system, I found some upgrades that could accommodate that kind of playstyle. With the runes, it was air control, a carryover from the last game that gives you freedom of movement in the air while jumping, and blood fueled, which gives you a speed boost after performing a glory kill. Combined with these two runes with the new dash movement, meat hook, and all the jump pads and monkey bars at your disposal on the maps, you start moving around like it's 1996. After this discovery during my play, I felt like I was at home with my Arena FPS playstyle. Straight off the bat, I played the game on Nightmare, and geez, it makes Doom 2016 feel like a walk in the park now. It's going to be a struggle going back to that game after playing Doom Eternal. I personally thrive on difficult games and enjoy the challenge. There's something rewarding about earning your victories, and Eternal really leans into that with all the new mechanics. Don't tell anyone, but halfway through my play of the demo, I turned the difficulty down one step to Ultra Violence, just because I was concerned I wouldn't get enough time to finish the demo. That's how careful and smart you have to play Nightmare. A pleasant surprise with the difficulty switch though, was I was still having a hard time in Ultra Violence. The game is relentless. They've added a life pickup system to the game. It doesn't load you back to a checkpoint, but rather the health stack is restored and you're back into the fight, but just barely. I don't mind the one-up system considering how much you're going to get slapped around in this game. And hey, this is the early part of the game I was playing. I consider myself a sweaty Doom gamer, and that was pretty full on. The new demons and revisions of old make you reconsider how to engage every fight. You've got your fodder, which are zombies, imps and gargoyles, and then your heavies, which are like the Arachnotron, Mancubus and Hell Knight. When you jump into a fight, you find yourself having to keep these heavies at arm's length, while you fend off hordes of smaller demons, looking for the right opportunities to chip away at those larger demons. I just really love how demanding their presence is amongst the crowd when you're trying to manage your item pickups and weapon switches. It's the kind of thing that breaks the game away from other new FPSs, because it's not simply point and click. You really have to think about what you're doing. Weak spots have been another addition that has incentivized more calculated aggression in the fights. I find myself circling the Arachnotron multiple times after removing its weapon, because the thing is so stocky and fast, it's too lethal to be anywhere near close range for too long. All the heavies are like that. You don't want to be in kissing range from them unless you've got them really weak or staggered. Where the Arachnotron has a lot of unpredictability with its fast movements and attacks, the Mancubus is slow and tends to act like a door block when you're moving around the area. He's pretty much a nightclub bouncer. They take a lot to bring down, and if you come anywhere near him, he'll drop a high damage AoE at his feet, and then it just melts you. And I mean, it just melts you. So with the Mancubus in particular, I kept my distance, and if I came in close for an attack, it would be with a combo of the dash into his face to get high damage with a super shotgun, and then just dash right out and keep moving. Hell Knights and Revenants feel pretty much the same as Doom 2016 outside of the health buffs. The Cacodemons, they burst fire plasma balls now, and they're much quicker to go for a very high damage bite of you. One of the newer demons that is present in the new demo is Whiplash. It's fast and elusive, and you'll find it creeping up on you in fights, getting right up in your face. Luckily, the Ice Bomb is great to stop them in their tracks. I was a little skeptical at first with the new addition of the Ice Bomb. I thought it might be a get out of jail free card if you mess up in a fight, but really, I only found it postpone the inevitable if you didn't manage your resources properly. You really have to use all your gear at your disposal in the arena and you feel it. The ice bomb is fantastic to shot down a heavy demon momentarily, while you restack any lost armor with a shot of the shoulder-mounted belch on a few zombies to go for round 2. Resource management is so much more important to survival now. To adjust with the changes, the chainsaw had some tweaks. Now it has 3 pips, which is required to take down larger demons, and 1 pip to take down small demons. With ammo being a lot more scarce, using the chainsaw is now very calculated in the fight. The chainsaw will always recharge 1 pip over time slowly to give the opportunity to get small refills that will just get you by. Long gone are the massive confettis of ammo that'll last you for the entire fight. Changes like this are really good because it makes every single aspect of the game's tools come into play during an arena fight. I found myself thinking about every single thing I had at my disposal rather than just leaning on 2 weapon combos with ridiculously high amounts of ammo. Regarding the weapons, I got to play around with 5. The combat shotgun, which has been completely revamped with a sticky bomb and full auto mod. You get 3 sticky bombs, and I'm telling you now, it never gets old having a cacodemon prepare its attack and then swallowing one of your sticky bombs. It sounds a little lewd, but once it's stomached the shot, it's instantly put into a staggered state. Little quirks to the mods like this, find yourself pacing your fights and waiting for the right opportunities to make openers like this. I love it. The super shotgun, the Doomslayer's tool of destruction, now has a grappling hook mechanic, the meat hook. With a gamut of movement abilities like the speed boost from glory kills and dashing, the hook provides even more mobility that gets you around the fights very fast. You can find yourself being hemmed in from the mob of demons and then spot a zombie on the outside and go, that's where I want to be, and the hook will get you there if you connect the shot. You can even pop off a grenade on your way out for an explosive escape. To nerf what could be considered an OP weapon that you could almost single-handedly use throughout the previous game, the super shotgun is now only effective at very close range. This is really good because it forces the players to weapon select appropriate weapons throughout all the fights. No one gun is going to get the job done. There's a slower reload time, so you want to make your shots count too. Also, smart use of the hook bringing you in for a closer shot and then dashing right out, it always looks sick. The meat hook is a winner. I can really see some cool trick shot videos being made out of its use in the future. The heavy cannon is your long distance go-to until the ballista is in your possession. During the demo we didn't get to access the ballista, so I'll have to get my hands on that in the future. Micro missiles make a return and the tactical scope is now a precision bolt shot. The point of this modification is to target the heavy demon's weak points and disable weapons from a distance. You'll then close the gap with the likes of a shotgun. Makes the fights feel more cerebral instead of just draining health bars by holding down mouse 1. The plasma gun comes back, and in its original design from the 90s Doom games. It's great fan service. Being a very passionate Doom 2 fan, I froth every time I'm using it. It should also be noted that the plasma gun is really handy to deal with shields. It cuts them down like wheat before the sickle. Heat Blast is a modification similar to the previous game, however its area of effect has been greatly reduced to literally just in front of your feet. When I was using it, I mostly used it to close the gap on larger demons, or while I was on the retreat preventing a Hell Knight from caving my head in when I'm on low health. The microwave beam modification is pretty cool. You can single out a large demon and pretty much melt them in front of you, but you're going to trade off almost all of your ammo for the kill. Also, let's all just take a moment to appreciate Mick Gordon's soundtrack. Okay, nothing more needed to say. It'd be said it wouldn't be Doom without the rocket launcher, and just like every other weapon in this game, this has seen some minor changes that drastically change the way it's used. The devs have reduced the speed of the rockets. Before, the rockets were so fast you could basically have it in your hands the entire time and destroy everything in the arena so long as your ammo didn't run out. Now you have to time your shots and predict where the enemies are going when you shoot, particularly when there's a lot of fast moving demons around. The new modifications remain the same: remote detonation, lock-on burst. However, you can imagine the use of the mods play out differently just from the speed change alone. A lot of the weapon changes are minor, but they fundamentally change how this game plays now, with the focus being on resource management and weapon switching on the go. Gone are the days of mindless fights. Oh god, this game rocks. I'm so happy that they went out of their comfort zone and focused on ideas that they believe in. It's really obvious that they had a clear vision this time, and they stuck to their guns, and it shows. In the current demo I got to experience 3 levels: Earth, Exaltia, and Cultist Base. Because the story and lore is biblical in scale, there's now a variety of mind-blowing environments to slay demons in. I mean, just look at this. And look at this. And maybe even this. What about that? Does that tickle your pickle?
Continue. Eat his soul. I must survive this. Protect me in my time of need, and you will secure your place in the new world.
It tickled mine. The new environments are so otherworldly, it gives the developers a lot of room to make the arenas more arcadey and serve the combat. You'll find a lot of monkey bars to traverse the arenas with a lot of speed and traps to use against demons. Again, more tools at your disposal to work with. It's also a nice addition of the platforming elements they've created in the maps. I think it'll give speedrunners massive panic attacks, but the variety is really appreciated. It breaks up the pace of fighting, gives you room to breathe, and also something else to do in the game. It feels like a bit of a roller coaster effect. We didn't get to play the multiplayer battle mode. However, we got a taste of what it might feel like during the demo. There's a moment you get to possess a revenant, and it felt really fun to fly around shooting barrages of rockets down on demons. It had a dash function, and I think that'll catch Slayer players off guard when you zip around a corner. That wasn't really multiplayer, I just know from playing the Revenant in the single player that that's probably how it's going to play out in the multiplayer. But I guess we'll have to wait until we find out more about battle mode in the future. I was already hyped for this game, and now that I've had a true taste of what's to come, I can say this is going to be one of those games that we pass down onto the next generation. Fair warning, prepare a fresh pair of pants for your first playthrough. I made a mess. Cheers for watching. I'm going to do the stereotypical YouTube thing and go, whoa! Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. But yeah, please do that. I also have a Twitch account, The Spud Hunter. I stream Doom, Quake, and then lots more Doom. I'll be smashing the hell out of Doom Eternal when it drops, so come say hello. Share this video, leave a comment. Also, tell me, will this game completely destroy every other FPS game in the industry? Tell me in the comments. Legit, I want to know. Do you think it's going to slay the FPS genre? For the rest of this video, it's just going to be raw footage of me kicking ass. I'm a sweaty Doom player, I'm a sweaty FPS player. I like to think I've got some good skills, so enjoy.
If you continue, you will bring down the heavens' wrath. You are but one man. They are no longer your people to save.